Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're out here crappie fishing again today. Gonna give them another try. Man, I got some fish on the screen right here. Y'all check that out. That sort of looks like crappie just out there suspended on bait. We may try to catch one or two of them, but it's about, I'm gonna say 35, 37 degrees this morning. It's supposed to get up to about 45. Water temperature about 55, somewhere right in there. Still not real cold, but it's supposed to get cold here real soon. So we're gonna get out here, see what we can do today. I got some new baits. They're not really new baits, but they're new baits to me. I've never tried them before, so I want to go out here and see if I can get them to bite them. I think they will. Y'all stay tuned. Should be a fun day. All right, everybody. I told y'all I had some. These are not new baits, so don't get me wrong there, but they're new to me. I've never tried. Y'all know, if you followed this channel this winter and last year as well, I catch a ton of fish on crappie magnets. And this year I've really started to play around with a lot smaller sized crappie baits, you know, micro baits, if you will. Little 1.5 inch, 1.25 inch long baits. And that's basically all a trout magnet is a smaller version of a crappie magnet. It's just got a little head. You got the split tail right there. So this is what we're going to try today. What I've got the trout magnet jig head. These happen to be red. They make them in gold, they make them in nickel, they make them in chartreuse, they make them in pink. And these are actually 1/64 of an ounce, and they have a size 8 hook in them. Pretty sure it's a mustad hook, really good hook. And what I want to try is I want to fish this on the same kind of split shot rig that I've been throwing a lot this winter, and just see how this trout magnet works. You know, it's a great little size. I want to say that little thing's about 1.25 inch long, I would say. I think they'll bite the heck out of it. I really do. So we're gonna get one rigged up right here, and we're gonna see what we can do. We'll try this red head first. If I don't like it, we'll go to a nickel head or a chartreuse head. Typically on this lake though, these fish like a red head pretty well. We're gonna rig it up just like that, good and straight. All right, and then I'm just gonna crimp a size 5 split shot about 12 to 14 inches up the line, just like that. We're gonna get out here, see if we can catch us one. See if we can catch one on the first cast. What do y'all think? Yep, there he is. I knew that thing would catch one. I just I could just look at it and just tell by the size of it. Pretty black nose, just to start the morning off with. First cast I ever made with a trout magnet. Got us a 11.5 inch black nose. That's a nice one. Good way to start the day. Let's get back in there and see if we can do that again. There he is. First cast on the mermaid. Man, he came out there and bit it super aggressive. I've caught him before on that combination of that red head and that mermaid on a cloudy day like this. It works pretty well. Another one about the same size, about 11.5 incher. I'm not keeping any today, but if I was, that'd be a real good one to keep. We just got a little brush pile right out here off of this main lake point. Several fish sitting down there. We'll see if we can get another one. There he is. Oh, that's what you want. No giants yet this morning, but getting some good keepers. Now see how they're reacting to that, just that simple little color change. That's 2 in a row. Another good keeper. Get back in there while we got them going. Just something that they could see just a little bit better. And I can just tell they're reacting so much better to it. I mean, before it ever even gets down there in the strike zone. I missed that one. Before it ever gets down there in the strike zone, they're coming up to start looking. There he is. That one just barely come up and nipped it. Like I said, these are not real big ones. That one's probably just barely a 10-incher, but definitely liking that mermaid better than they did the more natural color. You know, I wanted to make this point. I know some of you are probably sitting there asking yourself, you've been catching the heck out of them on the regular size crappie magnet. Why in the world would you be trying something different like the trout magnet? And to answer that question, it's just another tool to have in your toolbox. A fisherman's about like a carpenter. You got all these different tools for all these different situations. The more tools that you have in your toolbox that you're comfortable and you're confident in, the more effective you're going to be. Now, on a day like today, conditions are pretty good. And I feel like, yes, I'm sure I could catch these fish today on a regular size crappie magnet. Golly, he just came up and I mean just barely nipping it. I do think I could catch them on a regular size crappie magnet today. But if I get out here and I'm faced with a situation, let's say, you know, later on in the week, we're supposed to get a major cold front. I mean, it's supposed to get down into single digits, which doesn't happen very often where I live in Tennessee. When that water gets down in the high 30s, low 40s, you better have something up your sleeve, because those fish, they get lethargic when it gets that cold. They don't want to feed that much anymore. So, you know, a lot of times a small bait like this is the answer in those post-frontal situations and things like that. For when I'm faced with a real tough situation, a tough day. There's one right there. That feels like a good one there. We finally got a hold of a good one this morning. Yep, that's a slab. That fish was sitting out off of that brush pile all by itself. I seen him just come up and nip it. That's more like what we're looking for. Come here. That's a good one there. I'll say one thing, that little hook that comes on that trout magnet jig head, it is a sharp little hook. That's a nice crappie right there. I don't care who you are. Let me show you guys a little crappie secret right here that I don't show a whole lot. I'm not sponsored by this company, don't even know them, but this is pink smelly jelly. I've had this cup for so long that the name has worn off of it, but I just take a little bit of that. It's called Bass Feast is what that's called, but it's just the pink color smelly jelly. They make it in several different flavors. I take and put a little of it on my finger, and I just rub it all over that jig, just like that right there, when I'm getting a lot of follows and those fish are not wanting to commit to the bait. I put that stuff on there, and I'm telling you, that's some good stuff. I've made a believer out of several people that have been in my boat out of that stuff. See what I mean? Those fish were having commitment issues. I put that smelly jelly on there, and they sucked it right on up. That's another big slab. I could see them in there. I mean, I knew they were there. I think that was bigger than the last one. Yeah, that's a good one there. Come here. Check that one out. Old beat up black nose. I mean, that is a good one. It's the very next cast after I put that scent on my bait. That's a big fish. I mean, that fish has been around a while. Sometimes that's what it takes, you know. Anything, that's the thing I try to teach people. Anything that you can do to put more odds in your favor out here on the water. Anything you can do to help you put more fish in the boat. You need to do it, because all those little details, those are what add up to making a decent day a great day, or from making a bad day a decent day. I have pulled up on the biggest community hole on this whole lake, just to kind of try to prove the effectiveness of this little trout magnet. This is another place where it really shines, is on places that are real common, you know, that a lot of people know about. I was talking earlier about showing them something a little different. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do right here. Here's one. That's a good one right there. You know, community holes are usually community holes for a reason. This place gets fished every single day. I guarantee you, for the past 2 months, there's not a single day that this bridge has not got fish for crappie. I mean, there's a boat that sits here all the time. And, you know, it's no different than training a dog or anything else. These fish, they get conditioned. I mean, they just do, like it or not, they just do. They've seen every bait under the sun, but I just wanted to kind of prove a point. So I pulled up here with this crappie magnet. I've caught 3 or 4 or this trout magnet, I mean, sorry. And I've caught 3 or 4 just right off the bat. Just something different that I don't think everybody's throwing. There he is. Good one. Matter of fact, a boat just left here just a minute ago. Look at this big slab. I mean, that is a good one right there. Come here. Ah, come here. There we go. Golly, what a fat one. You don't think that little dude right there won't catch some fish, buddy? That son gonna get them now. Red head, mermaid body. That's a 1 3/4 crappie all day long. Look at buddy. There's one. Another good one. Just got to slide it right down the side of that column. and they'll eat it. That's one thing you got to remember anytime you're fishing any kind of a vertical structure like that. Say I missed it by 1.5 feet that time. That's too far. That crappie, whenever he's using that bridge column right there, I mean, you want to bring it, when you bring your bait down beside it, you want to come within inches of it, because he's actually using that column as his ambush point. And I think you can see right here, I mean, anybody that fishes this lake and fishes this spot, you know how hard these fish right here are to get to bite. And I've sat here and caught, there's another one right there. That's a big one too. I've sat here and caught a pile of them. It's a pretty killer little bait. Y'all get you some and try them out. That's a good black nose right there. I have no doubt I could sit right here and catch me a limit if I wanted to, but I think I'm gonna run on up the lake and see if I can find something new. That is a nice one, real nice one. It's just one after the other after the other. Really good size keeper fish. That's impressive. It really is. All right, y'all. We pretty much made a day of it today. I stayed till just about dark, but it was a fun day, you know. Caught some more really good ones. No giants today, but caught some dang nice ones. It's been a really good winter. I know I keep saying that in every video, but pretty much every trip I've had has been a really good one this fall and winter so far. So I'm gonna say I probably got about another month of crappie fishing left, and then it'll be time to get back to the bass fishing. I actually did bass fish for a little while today and caught a few. That's the first time I've really actually bass fished in going on 2 months now. But anyway, fun day. I appreciate you guys watching. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I appreciate you watching these videos and all the support. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you real soon. Thank y'all for watching.